Hey, what's up, guys? This is Vignesh. You might know me from the blogs I write, or the videos I make, or the live streams I have done so far, or from the open source community, or maybe you just know me. So, if you have followed me all through, you might have seen that I have been making content all the way long, be it the blogs, the videos, and all the information I have to share with the community, starting from the technical topics like Kubernetes, GraphQL, Node.js, and all the other topics around architecture. So we have a lot of topics which I have been covering. And when you talk about the other side of the spectrum, I've been talking about productivity, time management, discipline, scheduling your task, automating your task, and all that. So I've been covering a range of topics so far, but one thing I have not done, so far is that I have not made it possible to create sustainable content. What I mean by this is that so while I have been creating content on a periodic basis regularly, and I have been doing it for the benefit of all, one thing I have to probably focus on from now is that I have to make it sustainable, as well as I have to give some sort of incentive to even myself to create this sort of amazing content. While I am really motivated to see all the content being created in the community, one thing people really miss out is that they lose out on the consistency. Like, they keep creating all these amazing blogs for a period of 1 month or a 2 month period, and then suddenly writers or vloggers lose interest to pursue that even more because they are getting nothing out of it. So this is why there have been platforms which have started off to support all these kind of creators. So some of them, which includes Patreon, Open Collective. You have all these platforms whose main aim is to support creators like this, who are creating things for free for the community. These are kinds of platforms which will enable the community to support the creators which they like. So, and today's video is regarding the same, because I would like to launch my Patreon community as well. But I'm going to do something a little different from what you have seen so far. In fact, the content which I create is a bit more different than what you have seen outside, where I cover the complete stack altogether, giving a context on the ecosystem as a whole for anyone who wants to start off. For instance, if you had gone through the blogs I write on Kubernetes or GraphQL, you might have seen that I cover the complete Kubernetes ecosystem or the complete GraphQL stack or the ecosystem as much as possible, so that people who are wanting to explore more about this can go through it like a story. Someone who wants to get introduced, or even an experienced developer who is working on Kubernetes or GraphQL, can go through it like a story. So that's how I try to create content. And today I'm launching my Patreon page with the aim of creating this kind of sustainable content for users to have a look at. So that's what I'm here to talk about. Yeah, let me quickly show you my screen so that we understand more about this. So this is what my Patreon page looks like. You can go to patreon.com slash Vignesh, and these are the wide range of topics which I will be covering. Maybe I'll be covering even other topics, but it completely depends on your interest. So I'll be talking about digital transformation, startups, time management, system architecture, cloud native apps, full stack development, microservices, cyber security, SEO, SRE, UI, UX, IoT, content strategy, product management, leadership, and networking. So all these are topics which are cutting across a lot of different spectrums or areas. And the main reason I love talking about all these topics is because I am actually using all of this while building my own startup. So this is a kind of experience which I have garnered through a practical, what do you say, do-it-yourself experience. So this is not something, and also I have also gone through a lot of community resources available out there, and it's a hard-learned lesson for me. All these are something which I have tried implementing myself in my own workflows, in my own startup, and that's how I have learned all of this. And it's a continuous journey, so it's not like I have learned, I've completed my journey with learning and development. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to share with the community. So to start off, since I was talking about sustainable, content creation, so this is how the various Patreon tiers are going to look like. So, it's priced differently, starting from $10, and it scales up depending on the benefits you get for each and every tier. One important thing, I would like to clarify here is that you might ask, okay, so is the content you create from now, wouldn't it be free for others? I mean, I believe, truly believe that knowledge should be freely available for others, but at the same time, content creators should also be incentivized. So that's why what I'm going to do is, I'm going to release all the content in Patreon 2 months before I release it to the public for free. So which means that all the people, all the community in Patreon will get the content 2 months in advance, while people who are not able to afford this, or who is more interested in getting the content for free, they can also leverage the content once it has been 2 months after the content is released. So it's early access which I offer. So apart from that, there are other benefits, like for instance, Patreon members will get access to a private community. This is what you get in the $10 tier, and this is what you get in the $100 tier. So you have merch, you can ask live Q&As, you will get a complete archive of all the content which I make every month, so you can go through it at your own pace. And you will also get a Patreon shout out and all that. So, and then $1,000 comes with a lot of other things like VIP badge, and then fan request, so you can request for all the content you are looking for. I mean, it's not just the content which I want to make, but what you want from me. So yeah, you have different benefits for different tiers, and it's not just about creating content, which I do, but I also do consultancy and advisory. But I cannot spend all my time available. So this consultancy or advisory which I do is limited, so I have limited seats available. So 10 seats for remote consultancy, and 5 seats for on-site consultancy per month. So if you want me to help you with consultancy, so you can probably opt for this type. So yeah, depending on what you want, so you can actually opt for. So it starts from $10 per month, as I told you. But yeah, it's perfectly fine. If you are, what do you say, wanting to support me in other ways as well. Like let's say, you want to, if you cannot afford just $10, so what you can do is, so once the free content is available, you can share it across with the community. You can leave the feedback, criticism you have on the content. You can share your own experience with all these which I'm going to talk about. So yeah, so you can do all of this. So as I told you, all this would be what I will be talking about, starting from digital transformation to networking, covering a range of topics. So this will start from 1st February 2021, or when as soon as I get 50 Patreons, in my membership. So whichever comes first. So yeah, uh, and I will maintain a proper schedule to release content. So only when what do you say? So it will be released, once per week or twice per week, depending on the number of Patreons I have. So the more the number of Patreons, the more the number of videos per week. So that's how I'm going to do it. So I will also get incentivized to create more content with more and more people from the community joining me in this journey. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you. And in case you are looking for a consultancy or advisory from me, so just reach out to me in LinkedIn or Twitter, GitHub, Facebook, so whatever medium is comfortable for you. And if you like the content I make, do share it with others. And in fact, if you are a fellow Patreon member, if you are a fellow content creator, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to support you as well in your journey some way or the other. So let's be part of this community and make things great. Thank you. Bye bye.